Let's talk about something that can literally make or break your home buying journey. The biggest buyer mistakes I see people make every single week. Most of these people, the mistakes they make don't happen because buyers are careless. They happen because buyers are excited, emotional, or just don't have the right information at the right time. And unfortunately, real estate does not forgive mistakes very easily. These errors can cost you money, opportunity, and sometimes even the home you wanted most. So today, I'm walking you through the most important home buyer mistakes to avoid and how to play this whole process smarter from the start. Mistake number one is going to be falling in love before running the numbers. This one happens constantly. Buyers walk into a house, they fall in love with the kitchen or the backyard or with the layout, and emotionally they decide that the house is theirs before looking at the full monthly payment. They think, if I'm pre-approved for this price, then I can afford it. But pre-approved does not mean comfortable. It just means the lender is willing to lend that amount to you, but your payment has to work with your life, not just the bank's math. I always tell this to my clients: fall in love with the payment first, then fall in love with the house after. Mistake number two is shopping at the top of your approval limit. Just because you qualify for a certain number doesn't mean you should use all of it, right? When buyers stretch to their max approval, this is how savings can disappear very quickly. Emergencies can become very stressful. Maintenance on the house becomes very overwhelming and expensive. Vacations, hobbies, and normal life can slow down. Home ownership is something that should add comfort to your life, not take it away. So one thing the smartest buyers always ask is, what payment lets me live well and own well? That is the number that you should shop at, not your absolute max. Mistake number three is going to be ignoring the true monthly costs. So most buyers focus only on the principal and interest, but real life payments also include property taxes, home insurance, HOA or building fees, maintenance and utilities. Taxes alone can swing a payment drastically depending on the location, sometimes hundreds of dollars per month. Difference between homes at the same exact purchase price. So for a house that looks very affordable online can end up much heavier once the full payment picture comes into focus. So always shop based on your total payment, not just sales price. Mistake number four is skipping or underestimating inspections. Now, I always say this to clients: trying to save a few $100s on inspections is one of the most expensive shortcuts that a buyer can possibly make. I've seen inspections uncover all kinds of stuff, from foundation drainage issues, roof problems, electrical safety concerns, plumbing repairs, structural wear. These repairs can cost anywhere from thousands to even tens of thousands of dollars. And once you close, they're all going to be your responsibility. So never skip inspections. That small upfront cost buys you protection, leverage, and peace of mind. Mistake number five is making emotional offers. Buying emotionally leads to overpaying, waiving protections you actually need, removing contingencies too fast, accepting risky contract terms. Winning a house doesn't mean writing the best check. It means writing the smartest offer that protects you while remaining competitive. Every strong purchase happens when strategy beats emotion. Mistake number six is not fully understanding what you're buying. So many buyers don't realize how different certain property types truly are. Condos, co-ops, townhouses, and single-family homes all involve different monthly expenses, lending rules, approval processes, rental options, resale potential. Buying into the wrong setup can lock you into restrictions that don't match your future plans. Understanding the pros and cons of each option before you offer is essential. Mistake number 7 is going to be waiting for the perfect market. This might be the biggest mistake of them all. Buyers keep waiting for perfect conditions. They're waiting for rates to drop. They're waiting for the prices to come down. They're waiting for the competition to disappear. They're waiting for the perfect timing. There is never a perfect market, but there is always perfect strategy. And I'm a big strategy guy. The buyers who win long-term don't wait for conditions to change. They adapt their approach to the conditions that exist. Preparation beats timing every time. And here's the real bottom line. Successful buyers don't buy emotionally, okay? They always buy informed. They buy prepared, they buy strategically, they know their numbers, they understand their options, and they work with the right guidance to move them forward confidently. So avoiding these mistakes doesn't just save you money, it saves you stress, it saves you lost opportunities, and it saves you a lot of regret. Home buying should be exciting, but it should also be smart. So always keep that in mind. So, if this video helped you to avoid some of the biggest buying mistakes, don't stop here. Click the video right here on your screen to watch my free webinar, How to Go from Hesitant to Homeowner, How Smart Buyers Win in Any Market.